School.
Yep, that's
a few bicycles.
Either walked or rode a bicycle.
Last see cars parked.
John he lived right across from the school, and I lived just a block. And then when they ring the bell, the last bell, then I could run and I could get in there just before they marked me tardy.
I could sleep the last bell.
Oh, that goes down into that domestic science.
Yeah, domestic science.
There's Al Weller.
Yeah, there's Welder.
Yeah.
Everybody must have taught.
Our kids look so young. None of them look like I remember. Mr. Vickery.
Mr. Vickery.
Yep, there he is.
There he is. I remember Ella Noggle said one day, she says, "Frederick." I said, "I'm not doing anything." She says, "That's what's the matter. Lay down that paper you got there and pick up a book."
When we graduated in 1924, we had our graduation service above the town hall, or the council in the city hall there, and it was called the Opera House then. And one of the girls, we had long linen dresses, and they were embroidered, and her mother made hers, and she had it on inside out. And never knew it till she got home. That was Florence.
That's what it was?
Oh, really? Her mother made it. It was such fine work on it, she never knew it till she got home. She had it on inside out.
We fellows that took manual training, sometimes the girls would make something, they think, well, we'd like to try it. So we tried everything they'd give us.
We used to buy paper by the ream when Wade Fawsey was our teacher in ancient history, and we had to outline the book. But you knew it. You didn't know it if you didn't outline it each day. But he was really a teacher.
Yeah, he'd say 1 and you turn your seat, 2 you got up, and 3 you started walking.
You didn't fool much.
You didn't like in the penitentiary.
Yes, sir. Now that.
But there was no fooling.
I don't think they had a late order to school, did they?
Oh, yeah,
Later on, not when we were there.
Roy.
Huh?
They had delays.
I didn't have me when I went to school.
Well, that was too early.
No, you're lucky to have anything at that time.
I don't know what year they had the first paper either.
No, it's when they first had mimeographs, but I don't know when it was. See, he's working on the stencil there right then.
That's Vic.
Yeah, that's right.
There's his owl with him.
Well, they're very proud of that owl. Mr. Wright shot that owl out here in the country, and they were very proud of it because they were the only low egg group that had the real for sure owl.
Remember this? All the good things have been eliminated, I guess.
They do that anymore? We used to do it at least once a week.
Mama Bear, she taught school here for years and years. And never forget in the 8th grade, I was raising Blue King, which I did quite often. And she came back there and she said, "You get out in the courtroom." I got out in the courtroom and she grabbed me and she got me down. I let myself real loose. She, first thing I know, off came her wig, then her false teeth. And by that time, I was in an uproar, laughing. She was just shaking the devil out of me. She wouldn't move me.
We had basketball down there on
Funny, it looks down on there.
West Stevenson. I was at West Stone. Yeah, West Stone. Fred Knight and Eddie Kirsch and myself were all about the same size, and we used to play against the girls' team, but we didn't dare to rough them up or anything, basketball. But it was fun. But they had boomers.
I didn't think they had wrestling back that time.
Well, they go at
Like
it.
a new business.
And John used to sing when we had some either Fridays or Mondays. I'm not sure which day it was. Anyway, he had what you call a boy soprano voice. Isn't that right, John?
No. Fred, tell her about the old gas house porch.
Well, there was a thing right south of Lester Horning where he lived.
Yeah.
And at that time, I think it was people by the name of DeGroff lived there. Before that, it was Ritchie's. And this thing about this square and just a sloping roof. And us kids, I don't know.
Meeting place.
Yeah, we'd get together and then up there after supper and play run, sheep run and other things. And I said to Harold Crawford one time when he visited him in California, Spring Valley, I said, "I don't remember you ever being up there when you played run." He said, "Do you think my mother let you play with you tough kids?" I said, "We've never in any trouble." Well, he just kidded me partly, but
Yeah.
but he either was studying or playing the piano or mandolin or something.
Well, Dalton
And everything.
Gills had put Dennis up to for years, and his brother, Emerson, he had that real good orchestra.
Emerson Gill.
He was rated about 3rd or 4th in the United States at one time.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, GJ.
Esther, oh, it's Esther Avery.
Esther.
She's typing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
There's Mr. Wright.
There's right. There's right. There's a little mustache.
Caretaker, but I didn't see the name.
Is that River Huntsman?
Huntsman.
Elementary.
No, I think that
Caretaker.
It was,
Elementary caretaker.
Oh, this is Bradshaw.
Bradshaw.
yeah, that's Bradshaw.
Well, that's
the other one was
lots
Huntsman.
later.
School buses look a little bit different, don't they?
We walked 1.5 miles one way to school. Done chores when we got home.
I had activities. I had to go take care of chickens and help with chores and help up here at the shop, sweep, shine shoes, clean the cuspidors. You know what a cuspidor is?
Sure do.
Grass?
Yeah, and mow grass. And we had, I know kids had a lot of activities years ago at home. You got to get in coal, wood. We'd go to the elevator, get corn cobs, and start the fire in the morning because they usually go out.
Mice with them?
And there was a lot of activities. Kids had jobs them days, you know what I mean, that they had to do locally. What I mean for home, you didn't get any pay for it. It was just the thing you had to do. That's the thing they don't have today with this automatic heat and on and so forth. They don't have any little odd jobs that they have to do.
They didn't have to mow lawn because there was no lawn mowers, but we had geese and
Well, it was all
sheep.
push mowers, too.
You have a little lawn push.
No, not out in the country. No.
Put the cattle in the yard, huh?
No, the sheep and the geese.
Oh, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
And you couldn't go out in the yard barefooted either then, when they had the sheep and the
No,
geese.
it was, I don't ever remember lawnmower out there.
Well, it wasn't go to school. I had to take the cow out the pasture and then go to school.
Mr. Ron,
I had the rodeo ground.
3 miles,
I'd have to take the cow
half
out
a
there.
mile
Then go
up
back
to
in, go
the
to school,
bridge,
and after school, go out and get the cow
and
and back
then
in.
over a mile the other way. 4.5 miles he ran every morning and every night.
How far apart were those one-room schools?
Mile and a half.
Varied.
A mile and a half, you said?
See this one out here, it's a 2 mile corner out here is made into a home.
Donnell's place.
Downells. Out here at Gibsonburg Road and Route 20.
Maple Grove
Right out
School
this-
they tore down.
Do you know something about Footnell's house?
You say, do I know anything about it?
Yeah.
No.
That was the last school before they built the brick school. Brick school. No, the 8th grade school. Lawrenceville, nothing, GHS 61. Bradner 5, GHS 6. Actual Business College, Fremont 6, GHS 22. Bradner 27, GHS nothing. Boy, they had a bunch of tough guys in Bradner. We had what we call a professional team here. Of course, when they had a team, they called it the Gibsonburg High School team. Maybe the Wilson fellows never finished the 8th grade, but they cleaned up everybody. Toledo, it was a big team in Toledo back in those days.
Oh, they played all
Birmingham
over.
Boosters, Page Dairy.
We had the first lighted football field in this part of Ohio, and we're not a city, and we probably never will be. We've had lights ever since about
Fremont played their first
1930.
game. See, the first game they played over at Fremont Gibsonburg.
I know,
They
and
played the
Fremont
first.
Ross.
up to halftime, we thought we were going to win. I think they just were leaving us.
Nothing.
Yeah, but anyway, boy, they cleaned it. Of course, we figured that.
They had more, they had more reserves. That's what did it.
12 and nothing.
12 and nothing. That was just...
Oh, we never made anything then. We never made anything.
No, they was down there.
There for a while.
Final score was 12 and nothing.
What's this town, John, where we got beat?
North Baltimore.
No, I remember about that. We down here had a riot.
Yeah. Got put in jail over there.
Well, I know.
And George Bush.
I was up to the mayor's office when he was between Charlie Horning and Dad and I and somebody else. We got enough money to bail him out.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't this sound as if kids aren't any worse today than they used to be?
Well,
You just hear it sooner.
Right.
No preacher, you stood along the sidelines.
Yeah, that's snow, right. That looks natural.
Was that the quarry that got filled up?
That's swimming quarry.
Eddie Hope. There's the old orphan at school.
She was like that. There's
Oh, yeah, she was
Must have been a
teaching
fire.
there, and then she became principal.
There they come down the fire escape.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a fire
We
girl.
used to play slips on them. Every time we'd get caught, we'd have to stay after school.
We used to
Then they
throw-
played tag, and when you played tag, you play a lot on the fire escapes. And then you drop off of there sometimes. Boy, you could break a leg
Halloween, we used to fill those fire escapes
with farm machinery.
with, one time we put 2 cows up there.
They used to put them on
They
top
get all
of
the
the
farm
roof,
machinery and pile all the way around the school.
We had
And
a
then when they got on one day school for
whole
sure.
Next day to
Have
clean up
everybody
the
every
mess.
10
10
feet
feet high.
Town. Look at the water coming off the...
Good thing it wasn't freezing.
Yeah.
Probably what they're doing here is washing the bells off.
Boy, he's going up pretty fast. That's all.
You going to bring somebody down?
He's going in the library, isn't he? Wasn't that library right there?
Library is in front of the superintendent's office down there. They moved it to superintendent's office down there, then where the back part was added on.
Yeah.
You remember when you up the stairway, it was on the right.
But when I was the last one there, I think it was right there where that fellow called the window.
Things today are made to sell, not to last. Years ago, they were made to last. That's the difference between today and years ago.
They did have good merchandise.
They had
Oh, well, yeah, rings are wonderful. They had heart-shaped and white clothing.
We used to get real good Tailor-made clothes for about $42. There's a little necktie color.
They didn't have a cash register here. They had like an office, and everything went to this office.
Everything.
They'd make out a slip how much you owed and what it was for, and it went to the office, and your money went with it, a little cup screwed on the bottom, see, and then
See Dora Horning.
they'd pull a lever, and it'd snap it right down to where they wanted it to go.
That's Fritz.
Yeah, that's Fritz. He's always got a pipe in his mouth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She was back at Harry's, there's the old
He had a
license number.
Q
Yeah,
license
6048Q.
Yeah. Were you down at the Donkey Ball game the time he and the Killer Clowns were there?
I don't know, it could have been.
He picked up what was supposed to be a ball and threw it, and just as it got to the pitcher, it disintegrated, and everybody darn near fell off the seats.
Soldered hardware.
They had the most beautiful things for gifts in that hardware store.
They had more in most hardwares. Last year,
He loved to play softball.
He loved to pitch.
I didn't know what.
you only lasted
Him and
a
John,
short while.
him and John like to pitch against each other.
You know that? He only lasted a short while. When he'd pitch, he'd rub his knuckles on the ground. The ball would just
The old Western
shoot
auto supply.
up, Fred.
Insured Bank. That came on after the 30s. There, Fred's your outfit. There's your...
That's cool. Red Fox Insurance.
You took over Mrs. Hart that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's your dad.
My dad, yeah. D.H.
David, he said.
Mother always called him D.H. Well, I had posters that you come up the stairway. We were on the second
There you are, Fred. There's your picture,
I'm
Fred.
fat then, I was on thin now. I'm trying to gain. There I should have been trying to lose.
Johnson's Bakery. You used to go up there in the mornings, you get 3 buckwheat pancakes, the size of a plate, get 3 big pieces of sausage, about 6-7 inches, your coffee, all you want, your syrup and butter, all you want, and guess how much we paid for it?
Quarter.
35.
Well, that isn't bad, I guess.
In the Depression, eggs got down to 9 cents a dozen, and he had egg sandwiches for a dime. And the guy come in and set a dozen eggs on the counter and a penny, and it made him mad, and he wouldn't wait on him. He took a pencil and scratched egg sandwiches off. Press job there, I'll tell you that. They used a steam presser, and then they had a board that was fat. You know, when they have steam. And that seemed to put the press in and hold longer for some reason. I don't know, at least it seemed that way anyway. One of them Gandy dancers was here right after the war.
Remember when he was sheriff?
There's a guy who needed a haircut about 3 months before he got it. He went over to business and bought a hat to fit now. And after he got his haircut, it dropped down on his ears. He said he was going home with it. He wasn't going to take it back and get a smaller one that same day.
You'd go in a grocery and you tell them what they want, and they'd bring it right to you. You didn't go and pick it up.
You didn't help yourself.
That's your small town, too.
There's your good candy.
Look at candy.
Drugstore.
Well, you're coming.
The doctor's office used to be in there, too.
And he had a couple of dollars. You had something to carry out of there.
You could take a girl out for $2 and come back and have some change left.
Yeah,
Must have bought ice cream soda or something.
Yeah, you didn't buy him a steak dinner like you do today.
go in there and get the best ice cream you want. 10 cents.
Best sodas in town used to be at Williams Drugstore.
Yeah.
Somebody getting a haircut.
That's hot. That's hot.
Is that you, Roy?
No, it's rather hot.
Oh, I couldn't see him right now.
Hi, Shane.
$0.25 a dozen.
29 cents a dozen for oranges.
Some was expensive, 29.
79 for the flour there.
Those guys are all selling 3 for a dime. Alice, Kaiser Alice. Jiggs Wolf and I, we'd work over to hatchery, you know, helping their dad. Jiggs' dad, he'd give us
There's
a dime.
Kaiser.
We'd go over and he'd eat 2 today and I'd eat 1, then tomorrow I'd eat 2 and he'd eat 1.
Well, they got a split, didn't they? They lived long enough.
How about that Johnny Braden?
John Braden, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Johnny Braden.
Boy,
He was right over there in that house yet. He's, what is he, about 90 years old?
Yeah. You ought to hear him play spoon.
John
Him and
Schaefer.
John Schaefer used to team up together in the minstrel shows they had here. See, Gibsonburg had their own power plant for a while, and they had their own telephone company.
Fellow second house from me, that's where he used to live. He told me one time we had 15 trains stop here a day.
Yeah.
Passenger train.
I can remember 4.
Well, he told me 15. He should know.
Yeah,
He
it could be.
telegrapher.
But there was 4 right there. One was the Red Arrow, one away in the morning and the other way at night.
Yeah, about 6:30, 7 o'clock at night it goes through.
They're 75, 80 miles an hour.
I used to put my kids on it, and they'd go over to Maple Grove and get off. My sister would pick them up and
They,
take them out to her place,
down
and she'd put them on the
Hastings,
train and come back.
Here they'd kick the mail off, and that fast train go through that, they would call it kickoff. And they had an arm stuck out there, and they would pick up the mail. It was a sling went through and just caught me. Catch it and take it on the fly. They never had to stop, pick up the mail or leave any off.
Where's the ice house?
They made it all out of the swimming quarry down here.
They go down there and they cut 200 pounds.
There goes a chunk of ice right now.
I used to skate across after they'd get out
Get the
on
snow
this
cleaned
court,
off.
where we lived.
We had a bunch
They
of
cut
guys.
ice in the daytime, and we kids would skate. You had to go fast to get across at night.
helpers, but we had plenty of skaters.
Yeah, right.
I can remember some of the early cars, they cranked them at the side of it. I can't tell you what the make was.
Reuben had one down there, remember?
We had one called an Autobug. It was like a buggy, but it was
Oh, I've got
gas
The
powered.
one Reuben had, you steer just like you steer a coaster wagon.
Chiller, they call it.
You know, the boy used to get it out, and I'd get in with him. We'd ride around the block there.
I think it was 1918, Dad got a Pope Gossard from Toledo, and that was so much brass on it. And the boys talked him taking that brass off. I wish we had it now put together. Oh, that was a great big red one.
1917, we didn't have a fellow that I dated, had a 7-passenger Rio, and boy, was that fun to have those jump seats. We get that thing full.
This had a top that you had to put up, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a pretty car.
Our first car didn't even have a windshield. Had carbide lights, pressure tank about this long. And tail lights, you had to light with the match.
1910. And he was out with the boys and had a few. He came home. He used the barn for a garage in those days, and he starts in. He yells, "Whoa, whoa!" The darn thing wouldn't listen to him. Went right on through.
When you banged up a fender, then you got a sledgehammer and started pounding it out yourself.
I remember, and I said, "What do you think they have in the bakery now?" And Gene says, "I have no idea." And I said, "They got a thing to slice and bake." How lazy are the gals going to get?
They got the bread wrapper the time that I quit, and that made me mad.
That wrapper, if you didn't get adjusted just right, she'd crush it
Yeah.
for about every third loaf.
And you'd be surprised that a couple older people wouldn't carry a loaf of bread home unless I put it in a sack for them. They didn't want people to know that their wives didn't bake.
Roy, have you an idea how many they sent out, like hundreds or thousands?
Thousands
a day?
Thousands a year.
Leona was alive, she could tell you.
Big incubators. I don't remember what
Some
they...
customers
If
would
Leona was
order
alive,
all
she could tell
roosters
you.
or all hens.
Oh,
And this
that
Japanese fellow would call them.
afternoon, there's 5 of them worked up there wherever they ship him. There's 5 of them working up there, and I mean they had their hands full.